What if the greatest minds in strategic thinking, Miyamoto Musashi, the undefeated samurai warrior, and Sun Tzu, the revered author of The Art of War, could meet and share their secrets with you? Imagine learning the battle-tested strategies that have changed the course of history, not just on the battlefield, but also in the boardrooms, personal struggles, and everyday challenges we face today. Welcome to Timeless Self-Discovery, where we explore age-old wisdom to unlock new possibilities in your life. Today's journey takes us into the minds of two legends who, despite being separated by time and geography, share powerful insights that transcend eras. Musashi, whose unparalleled mastery of the sword made him an icon, and Sun Tzu, the strategist whose philosophy has guided leaders for centuries. We'll break down how Musashi's and Sun Tzu's principles can empower you, from handling work conflicts to mastering personal growth. Their wisdom offers timeless guidance on adaptability, self-discipline, and strategic foresight. Stick with me until the end. You won't just learn about these strategies, you'll learn how to apply them to transform your life. Sun Tzu once said, "In the midst of chaos, there is also opportunity." But how do we find that opportunity when life throws us into the storm? One of Sun Tzu's core teachings in The Art of War is the necessity of being adaptable. He likened successful warriors to water, which adjusts to the shape of its container and flows around obstacles with ease. Musashi never approached his duels with a rigid strategy. He observed his opponents and tailored his tactics to each unique situation. Consider his famous duel with Sasaki Kojiro, a swordsman known for his deadly speed. Musashi intentionally showed up late, not as a sign of disrespect, but to frustrate Kojiro and throw him off balance. It was a psychological tactic designed to force Kojiro into an emotional state where he would be more prone to mistakes. Musashi won not just because of his sword skills, but because of his understanding of human nature and adaptability. How does this apply to our lives today? Let's say you're in a high-stakes situation, like a job interview or a crucial meeting. If your original plan starts falling apart, say the interviewer asks unexpected questions or a meeting agenda shifts, adapting on the fly can be your greatest asset. Perhaps instead of freezing, you pivot, listen carefully, and adjust your approach to meet the moment. Flexibility becomes your competitive advantage. Think of a time when life threw you an unexpected curveball. Maybe it was a cancelled opportunity or a sudden change in plans. Did you stick rigidly to what you thought should happen, or did you find a way to adapt? Those who adapt not only survive, they thrive. Musashi and Sun Tzu teach us that true strength lies not in rigidity, but in the ability to flow, change, and seize the moment. In our ever-changing world, adaptability isn't just a skill, it's a survival mechanism. Life will always test your ability to bend without breaking, to change course without losing direction. The question is, will you be like water, finding a way around obstacles? Musashi and Sun Tzu urge you to cultivate this flexibility. Be ready to pivot when needed, and trust that no setback is too great for an adaptable spirit. Sun Tzu wrote, "If you know the enemy and know yourself, you need not fear the result of 100 battles. But to know yourself and control your impulses, self-discipline is crucial." Self-discipline is more than just a trait, it's the foundation upon which all success is built. Sun Tzu trained his warriors tirelessly, instilling in them a discipline that became second nature, so they would perform under pressure. Musashi's self-discipline was legendary. He didn't rely on raw talent alone. He spent countless hours perfecting his craft. Picture this: a young Musashi, isolated in the mountains, practicing sword swings until his arms ached, refusing to be anything but extraordinary. This relentless pursuit of excellence prepared him for battles that seemed impossible to win. In each duel, he brought not just talent, but an iron discipline forged through years of sacrifice and repetition. Have you ever tried to develop a new habit, like exercising regularly or waking up early to work on a passion project? At first, motivation might get you started, but motivation is fleeting. Discipline is what keeps you going when the excitement fades. It's the writer who commits to writing every day, even when inspiration is nowhere to be found, or the student who studies for hours while others relax. This kind of discipline doesn't just build skills, it builds character. Think about your dreams and goals. Are you disciplined enough to put in the work, even when it's inconvenient or uncomfortable? Musashi and Sun Tzu both teach that the difference between ordinary and extraordinary often comes down to who is willing to put in the grind, day after day. Discipline may not be glamorous, but it's the secret source of greatness. Remember, the path to mastery isn't a straight line, but a long, winding road filled with challenges. It's not about grand gestures, but the quiet, daily dedication that leads to success. Discipline may not always be exciting, but it is empowering. Start small, stay consistent, and watch how it transforms your life. All warfare is based on deception, Sun Tzu famously wrote. To be a true strategist, you must think several steps ahead, anticipating not just your moves, but those of your opponent. Sun Tzu emphasized the art of preemption, knowing how to plan for contingencies before a crisis arises. Musashi didn't just rely on brute force, he was a master strategist. He believed in understanding his opponents deeply, recognizing their habits, weaknesses, and tendencies. Before each duel, he would carefully observe, preparing for any scenario. In one of his most famous encounters, Musashi fought an opponent who favored traditional methods. Instead of playing by his enemy's expectations, Musashi arrived in an unorthodox manner, disrupting the opponent's confidence and rhythm. Think about the importance of strategic foresight in your own life. Are you someone who prepares for important events, considering what could go wrong and how you would respond? For instance, if you're preparing for a job negotiation, strategic foresight means not only knowing your worth, but anticipating counteroffers and thinking through your responses. If you're launching a new project, it's about having a backup plan for when things don't go as expected. Life rewards those who plan strategically. Sometimes that means seeing 3 steps ahead, understanding not just what you want to accomplish, but how you'll overcome the inevitable obstacles. Imagine how much more confident and prepared you'd feel if you had a plan for every scenario. Sun Tzu and Musashi teach that while luck may play a role in life, success often goes to those who prepare the most. Strategic foresight gives you an edge, making you proactive rather than reactive. When you plan ahead, you don't just weather storms, you conquer them. Take the time to anticipate challenges, develop flexible strategies, and be ready to adjust. In the words of Musashi, you must understand that there is more than one path to the top of the mountain. Always think ahead, and you'll never be caught off guard. Know yourself, and you will win all battles, said Sun Tzu. But how many of us truly take the time to know ourselves, to confront our weaknesses and face our fears head-on? Sun Tzu emphasized that self-awareness is key to winning any battle. If you know your strengths, you can leverage them. If you understand your weaknesses, you can guard against them. Musashi didn't just fight physical battles, he also waged war within himself. He spoke of the immovable mind, a state of unshakable calm and clarity in the face of chaos. For Musashi, mastering the mind was just as crucial as mastering the sword. Picture him standing firm, even when facing the most fearsome enemies. His strength came from within, from a deep understanding of his fears and the discipline to keep them in check. Have you ever faced a situation where your emotions got the best of you? Perhaps fear during a public presentation, or anxiety when making an important decision? What if you could remain calm and composed no matter what life throws your way? Musashi's teachings show us that true mastery begins within. It's about training yourself to stay centered no matter how fierce the storm. Self-awareness isn't just about knowing your limitations. It's about having the courage to confront them. It's about recognizing your fears and choosing not to be ruled by them. When you cultivate this inner strength, you become resilient. You develop the capacity to handle setbacks with grace and move forward with courage. Sun Tzu and Musashi remind us that every battle we fight starts in the mind. To achieve victory in life, you must first achieve mastery over your thoughts and emotions. Take time to know yourself deeply, embrace your strengths, address your fears, and build an unshakable core. When you do, you become unstoppable. Imagine harnessing the wisdom of Musashi and Sun Tzu in your everyday life. Picture a version of yourself that adapts to challenges, works relentlessly with discipline, plans ahead with foresight, and stands strong in the face of adversity. That's what we're all here to achieve on timeless self-discovery. Which of these teachings resonated with you the most? How can you start applying them today? Leave your thoughts in the comments below, and let's inspire each other to grow stronger together. Remember, the wisdom of Musashi and Sun Tzu isn't just about winning battles. It's about living life with purpose, grace, and strength. Thank you for joining this journey. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more wisdom that can transform your life. Until next time, stay timeless.